Hi everybody and welcome back to Smart Home Improvement People and me, Kevin. So today what I thought I'd speak about is, do you require that when you get your double glazing done to have a FENSA registered installer? Because there are some people who say, no, don't really need it. Okay, and I've spoken to installers that say it. So, you know, when I say, right, are you FENSA registered? And they say, no, I'm not FENSA registered. And I'm not FENSA registered because they're going to charge me extra. I'm going to pass it on to the customer. And it's just a scam at the end of the day. Okay, so that's what some will say. Other people will say, yes, you need it. Now, what is FENSA at the end of the day? So that's the fundamental thing. Now, FENSA are a bit like a regulator in a way, because they will go out and actually check installers out. So if you're FENSA registered, you know, they will go and check your installs to make sure they're up to scratch. Now, there's also the argument, and I've actually come across this, where window companies, as in the actual manufacturers, as in the bigger ones, okay, I don't mean like Anglian, for instance, I mean the actual manufacturers, okay, where they'll actually say, if you're not FENSA registered, we won't provide it. We won't give you the window. So if you're just straightforward, if you actually own your own home and think, right, I'm going to cut out the middleman and I'm going to go straight to the supplier, I think, double glazing, it can't be that difficult to install. They won't provide it for you, because they want to make sure it's installed properly. Because some insurance companies will actually say, if it's not FENSA registered, okay, or you haven't gone to your local council to get somebody out to make sure it's installed properly, your insurance is null and void. Now, I'm not saying all insurance companies will do that. Always check the fine print at the end of the day. But there are some insurance companies that will go down that route. So if you get burgled or your house burns down, as an example, they won't pay out. So you can find that your insurance is absolutely worthless and you've lost everything, and you could potentially end up having to go to court to get a payout. I'm not saying that that's what will happen, but potentially it could. So this isn't about scaremongering. Trust me, it's not. Okay. Now, if you decide you don't want to go to a FENSA registered installer, no problem with that. Because what you can do, okay, to make sure your all insurances are perfectly fine, but the install's perfectly fine, you can go to your local council, whether it's a borough council, city council, whatever, and basically get like trading standards to come out. Okay, not to make a complaint about the company or anything, and they will come and actually check the install, so you actually know that your double glazing has been installed properly. They'll give you all the certificates, like for instance a FENSA registered installer would do, and then you know it's up to grade. You're going to have no problems in the long term. Okay, and if you are with one of these types of insurance companies where they basically want it to be verified, like for instance FENSA do, or FENSA installers do, you've got nothing to worry about. Okay, so in essence, it doesn't matter if you don't go down the FENSA route, but I would suggest it's going to save you a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of aggro to make sure you always get a FENSA installer. And there's plenty of them around. You know, just because you go to a FENSA installer doesn't mean you're going to be paying through the nose. Trust me, it does not mean that for a single second. So don't think just because they're FENSA registered that they're going to charge you more, because it's not always the case. Okay, so always think about it carefully. Okay, so anybody that says to you, okay, don't use a FENSA because you're going to pay more, it's not true. It's fundamentally not true. Okay, if you want some trade secrets on how to save yourself money, just drop us a message, or you'll find them on our list of other videos as well. But for now, thanks for watching, and I hope this has helped you all out a little bit. And we'll speak to you again a bit later.